Today it's about tissue culture still, both about how to keep your tissue culture after you receive it, and if you want to deflask it to acclimatize, that's another step. First of all, we're gonna start with a tissue culture that you need to keep in its container after you receive it. If your tissue culture is in a condition that has no root, like this, hopefully you can see over here. Okay, this one has no roots. This is in our multiplying media. Now this is a stage where normally you shouldn't receive from any seller, because you cannot deflask it, you cannot acclimatize it at all. It will not survive. It has super low chance of surviving unless they are bigger like this. Like, not all of this will survive. You could see there's a few of the big plants. Those are the ones that might have some chances of surviving. The small one will mostly melt away. I'm saying that because in Thailand it's quite hot, so the chance of the plants being cooked are pretty high, unless it is kept in an air conditioning room. For some plants, such as colocasias or alocasias, they need a lot of light, more than monstera, more than philodendron. So as you can see here, these guys, they are quite skinny and they're reaching for the light because it is not enough light. I brought them out from the lab about 3 weeks now. Yeah, it is 3 and a bit, a few more days. And they don't have enough light. They're pretty skinny. While this one, it was grown full of this 8-ounce bottle before I brought it out of the lab, and now you see it's curving a bit because it's keep growing, and the bottle, there's nowhere to go, so it'll bend a little bit and the shape will not look so good once you take it out to acclimatize. But this is not skinny. It's got decent light. My lighting setup at the lab is not really suitable for alocasia or colocasia. They are mostly, the setup is for philodendron and monstera. I use lux meter to check, and I got about 3,000 to 5,000 lux. It depends on my lighting condition, on the height of your lighting source and your bottle. And also, I don't have super stable electricity at home. And these guys has been here about more than 3 weeks, and now my lighting condition at my condo, as I measure, it's about where I place them, it's indoors. It's about 1,000 to no more than 2,000 lux. There are some places that I could put that has more light, but will also increase the heat by a lot. So I don't want to do that because the plant will be cooked. My media will not melt away. It will melt at 65 degrees Celsius. As you can see, it could break during transportation, but as long as the plant has some rooting system, or the plant still touching the media, it still can withdraw the nutrients from the tree and still can grow from the media and still able to grow. Unless you could keep it like this. You see the media is all checked up, but it's not mush, it's still intact. But if the media start like touching the leaves, touching the stem, then there are chances that the leaf could rot. So you don't want that. If that happened, that's when you need to take it off. So the way if you receive your tissue culture and they still have no roots like this, what you want to do is basically use rubbing alcohol 75%, just spray it all over, all the bottle. And then you want to wrap it with just cling film food wrap. Just like that. Maybe another layer of alcohol spray, and then you can keep it somewhere that has enough light. You can actually download some app on your phones to check your light, your lux meter, and make sure it's optimum for the type of plant you have. And one thing is, if you use grow light, if you live in a low light environment and you use grow light, make sure that your light source is like about 40 to 50, no more than 50 actually, but that actually depends on the power of your light source anyway. If it's grow light, there are some models that you could adjust, some can't. I just use normal LED. It's the 18 watts bulb, and I combine those two and I get 3,000 to 5,000 lux on the app, and that's optimum for philodendrons and monstera, but not super ideal for banana or alocasia, colocasia, something like that. So, oh, and one more thing, do not keep the light on all the time. They don't need that. Like in my condition, in my country, I don't think plants get optimum light for no more than 8 hours. But in the lab, we provide like at least 12 hours to 16, depending on what plants I have the most. But like 12 at least. So they're getting more than they get in nature, but of course it's not as strong as the sunlight. The lux meter, if I go outside in the balcony where I keep the plants, it shot up to like almost 20,000 lux, almost like so many times more, like 10 times more than indoors that has a good lighting system.